So, everybody, this was my trip. We went to 3 different main locations. We went to Milan, as you can see, Zermatt, and Salzburg. I gotta watch this. This is gonna take us a while, nerdy. Also, welcome back. So, our first day was, of course, a travel day. We said goodbye to Pina and headed to SFO, which is our local airport. Oh, that's not the button. Hold on. I'm trying to make the chat a little smaller. I'm going to put chat down here, I think. Yeah, it makes some sense, doesn't it? Does that make sense? Okay. Our first day was a travel day. We went to San Francisco International Airport and we prepared for our 12-hour flight. If you can see right here, if you see this right here, that is my bag, the big ass one. As soon as we got to the airport, I'm literally rolling through the wheel brakes. The coating of the wheel completely comes off, so I have to rip it off. I was like, this is an excellent way to start the trip. And then we get onto, we fly, we're flying. You can see my very bloodshot eyes. It's was actually insane. My eyes were hurting from the amount of bloodshotness that was happening. And then I also had a lovely person in front of me who reclined their entire seat. So my tray was absolutely stabbing into my stomach. And yeah, I couldn't have my laptop out or anything because of how far this guy was reclined back. He was a total jackass. We also got to walk on the tarmac because 9/11 didn't exist in other countries. So that's pretty badass, As we touched down in Milan, we were hungry. So we went to our place, set everything down, and we had a Burger King below us. So that is where we went. We went to Burger King. We got some fries. I got some nugs. And they were pretty good. I wanted to treat myself. So I got a king ice cream. And it came in this small ass little cup. This super small cup. That was like not even bigger than my hand. Like I could hold the entire thing, right? It was micro. I was like, oh, okay. It was pretty good. It was just ice cream with some caramel in it, right? But it was pretty decent. It was pretty decent. I'm pretty sure this is the only time we went to Burger King though, even though it was right underneath our apartment. We just didn't go very often because we're in Italy, so we got a bunch of other really good food, other really good delicious tweets and food and everything. You know how it be. So. Obviously, this is going to be a very long slideshow, so I just decided to recap our first few days because if I went through every day, there would be more than there'd be a lot of slides. There'd be a fuck ton of slides. Playing Skyblock, so just grinding for materials, nice. Skyblock's fun. I want to play some Skyblock. So our first few days, we went to the grocery store, which was right underneath us, which was awesome. The groceries usually cost us around 60 to 80 euros, which wasn't that bad. It was for a week of food. It was not bad. I have all day, so we good. Hell yeah, Belly. That's what I like to hear. But yeah, we got a lot of food. We're all very fresh, so it'd go bad very quickly because there wasn't a lot of preservatives in the food. But a lot of it was really good. I made myself a lot of homemade lemonade during the time. Actually, it's cut off right here by this Michaela's going to work Subway thing. But there's my first batch of lemons. I actually used this tomato can as my lemonade jar after we finished the sauce itself. On the Sunday when we got there, we went and did a test drive to test trip, I guess is what I should say, to get to Michaela's work because she had to take the subway and everything. So we tested that. It went very smooth. It was only like 15 minutes. And we also found one of our favorite restaurants named Antica. We ended up going there 3 times while we were in Milan, and it was really good. The guy who worked there was really nice, and they would just give you giant slices of pizza. Like they didn't just make a pizza, then cut it and give you that slice. That is the pizza. The dough is in a triangle, and that's how they give it to you. It was like, what the fuck? This makes me wish I lived in Italy. It was all really good. More recapping, we found this giant mall out near Michaela's work. They had a media world, which is basically Red Best Buy. I got some cords there for my streaming. I got a giant Ethernet cord and some adapters, which was awesome. They also, the parking lot outside the mall had grass for in their parking lot. So you just park on top of the grass, which was kind of insane. Also, we saw our first GameStop, which was pretty cool. And then this big store up in the top right, that is almost like a dollar store. It was like a discount store. It was really cool. We got some fun stuff in there as well. After a few days, we took a few days to explore the city. We discovered many awesome buildings, including the Starbucks Reserve, it's this building right here. This was the first Starbucks in Europe, apparently, if I remember correctly. We found the Duomo, which is a giant church. It's actually not in any of these pictures. We also found the Galleria, which is right next to the Duomo. It is this huge building with a glass domed roof. There's a bunch of old, the first Versace. No, not Versace. Which one was it? Michaela? Which one was it in the Galleria? The first of one of those luxury stores. Prada? The first Prada shop was actually in here a couple 100 years ago, whenever the hell that was. You know, because everyone loves Prada. But yeah, this is what the buildings looked like there. It was really, really gorgeous. All the buildings looked amazing. As we were exploring, of course, I found an Apple store, so I had to go there. It's really cool. As you can see from this photo right here, the entrance is glass, and then you go down these stairs, and you go into the building. The whole Apple store is underground and crazy cool. So I was very excited, as you can see. I'm doing my happy face. I did not get anything. Michaela said no. She told me, no, you get nothing. You get nothing. But it was really cool. That is pretty wow. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Of course, we got our first gelati, which was really, really good. I'm pretty sure I got mango here and strawberry, which was really good. I'm also eating the apple out of the Apple logo. And then we found this toy store, and they had a Hogwarts area, so I had to pretend like I was going through the wall. I did have flashbacks to Expecto Patronum, but we're going to ignore that. While we were Expecto Patronum, huh? Oh, no, I don't even know what you're talking about. Then we explored Navigli, which is the neighborhood in which we were staying. It's like they have like boroughs there. So like the city is completely broken up into a bunch of different little neighborhoods. And the one we ended up staying in was Navigli. A bunch of canals. There used to be canals all throughout the city, but they've all been filled in except for the canals in Navigli. So there's 3 or 4 of them where we were staying. So we came here quite often and walked around. There's a lot of street vendors and stuff that were really cool. They were really cool. It felt like Amsterdam. We've been to Amsterdam. We went there a couple years ago, and it really felt like that. And then we come to Michaela's first day. No, don't clip. No, Gearbox, get that out of here. Get it out of here, Gearbox. Michaela went to her first day at work. She killed it, of course. I took some stalker photos from my balcony. As she was walking out, I had grabbed my telephoto camera and just was going ham. I was trying to get some pictures of her. That evening, Michaela came home from work, and we actually had our first rain. So Michaela made us some homemade soups, and it was really, really good. We had a lot of rain while we were there, which was really lovely. Lots of rain, lots of thunder and lightning too, which was really cool. I love that crotch photo, don't you? That's actually the table I was streaming from. So that is the exact same. Michaela, or this picture is being taken from where I was streaming. Oh, you looking... Is that in relation to my crotch, Lucy? I'll have to tell Dan. That looks good. My crotch? Guys. Michaela made us a lot of dinners while we were there. It was really awesome. She really cooked for us well. I was just a little sous chef and did whatever she wanted me to do. Oh, I'm staring respectfully. Well, the storms and the crotch. Thunder crotch, more like. And the soup. We went on a little visit to Brera. Brera is another neighborhood in Milan, just like Navigli. It's kind of on the opposite side of us, so we didn't go there very often, but we visited a couple times, probably 2 or 3 times. It's very beautiful. Lots of nature, wildlife growing, not wildlife, but lots of plants growing. They have lots of cute restaurants and shops, so we went around there. It was really nice. We ate there a couple of times. I'm holding a cookie in this picture, but you can't really see it because it's cut off a little bit. This slideshow is not perfect. I was rushed to make it because I didn't have much time. All of it. There's nothing to hide when both partners are down bad. True. Then I met someone new, and we kind of hit it off. But I knew that I knew that Gearbox would really like this. So I gave Gearbox, I gave her actually Gearbox's Discord username. I don't know if she ever reached out, but oh my God, she's so hot. We really became besties. Mommy, ooh. What the fuck do you mean by that? What? Lucy actually has that outfit on right now. Proof. Yeah, we saw her in I think we're in a bookstore or something. I don't remember exactly where we were. Thank you so much for the resubscription, Belly. You're covering me. Hi, Belly. Thank you for the resub. I appreciate that, Belly. 6 months. Oh my God, I've known you for 6 months. Everyone should go follow Belly. Belly is awesome. Oh, you're not Belly. You're Belle. I didn't remember. There's Bel Air and there's Ballistic, and I don't want to call you both Belly because that would feel weird. Thank you so much for the turtle sex. Hi, Miss Malibu. Nice to see you. I kind of do. Wait, you actually do? I thought it was a joke. But it's nice to see you, Belle. Bells is fine. Bells? Oh, okay. I like that. I was like, oh my God, who's Belly? Good question. Lucy has all pink PJs. Oh, that's nice. Is that Hatsune Miku? I don't know. I honestly have no clue. Okay. And then we had a private tour of Milan the next day, which was really cool. We didn't know that it was going to be a private tour. We went on getyourguide.com, which is a fun website where we get tours, and we paid, for a tour, and we had no clue that it was private. So we arrived there, and I was like, where is everyone? And she was like, oh, it's just 2 people. It's whoever was there, And I was like, whoa, okay, shit. We've never had a private tour before, so it was pretty cool. So we got a tour of the Galleria, and then they took us up into the Duomo, which is the giant church that's in the middle of the city, and we actually went on the roof of it and had some pretty cool photo ops. I'm back. Cute pics. Hi, Nin. Welcome back. Hope your phone call was good. Aw, that's awesome. It was pretty cool. Look at us. Damn, aren't these? Wow, those are giant booby. Big booby. Private tour sounds so nice. It was really nice. This is actually our tour guide right here. She was really cool. Give us lots of good information. This is our private tour part 2. This is actually a view from the rooftop. It was all under construction, sadly, but it was still really, really cool with all the, you see the gold statue up there. I'm pretty sure that is Mother Mary, I think. And then, of course, we got to go inside the church, which was really awesome. It was absolutely stunning in there. There's this really chatted out dude. You see all these muscles? It's a statue of someone without skin. He's wearing his skin like a robe, and it's all of his muscles and veins exposed. It's really fucking cool. Who's the goober next to the pretty lady? Rude, Belle. Rude. It's me. That's so metal. It was pretty badass. I took a lot of pictures of this guy because he was so cool. There's Michaela looking out from the roof, and then here we are in the gardens, which are really beautiful too. Really, really beautiful. Oh God, here we go. We've after our tour, we went and had dinner. I'm pretty sure. I think we went back to Brera for this dinner actually. So we're in Brera. As you might have already read. We had an amazing dinner, but our waiter kept rubbing his belly on my back, which was very odd. So this guy, as you can see him right there. That's the you can see how happy I am. Yeah, he kept like he'd slide in between the chairs and fully be pressed up on me multiple times, and he'd stand behind like as he's touching me and like talk to us, and it was so uncomfortable. Like I was like, Michaela, take a picture, get a picture of him, please. I need to see this. You know, I've always wanted to go to Rome and Italy. They have amazing art, statues, and buildings. They do. I would really recommend it. If you want to go to one European country, I would recommend Italy because it's just so different. It feels very different. But also the food is amazing. You know, everything, amazing architecture. Out of all the places I've been, the only country I've actively gone back to was Italy. Weird. Ain't nothing wrong with a little belly rubbing. Yeah, I don't mind if my belly's rubbing, but the fact that he's rubbing his belly on me, Jagger's face. When in Italy, get Japanese pancakes. So I've never had Japanese pancakes, but you know, we saw a store that said Japanese souffle pancakes on our walk home, and we were like, "Fuck it, we'll get it." The line took us nearly an hour. It was absolutely crazy. There weren't many people in line, but they just took so long to pop these fuckers out. Of course, Cody, my thing with Cody, I always tell him he needs to make me some Japanese pancakes because that's something that he always used to make when I first met him. And he always hated making them. And so I told him, you need to make one for me. I've never had one. And then I saw this, I was like, I have to go. Japanese pancakes are so good. They were really, really good. Oh, what's up, Lele? It's nice to see you. I do have a very awkward face. Thanks for noticing. They look so good. They were delicious. We only got one. And it came with 2 pancakes, which was excellent because Michaela and I were like, fuck, should we have gotten more? But thankfully it came with 2 big ones. So we were really happy. They were very airy and light, and they gave us some actual real organic maple syrup. There wasn't any gross ass shit. So it was really good. Because we were in Milan for so long, I'm pretty sure we were in Milan for over 40 days, a month and a half, 45 days, whatever. We made a lot of our own dinners because obviously we're trying to save money. We can't go out every single night. So we got a bunch of stuff from the grocery store, as you guys saw in the beginning. But we got a little creative. I started making some fries with a homemade seasoning that I whipped up, and it was so spicy and so delicious. Michaela made us some burgers. Mine kind of looks a little I wish I had a picture of our burgers later on because the only buns we could find were these giant buns that like overtook the entire burger. And later on, we've got some more manageable buns, but this one's oversized. So it doesn't look as good, but it was absolutely delicious. But the fries, man, I want those fries right now. Like I'm craving those fries. I miss them so much. I miss them so much. They were so good. They were my comfort food. They look bomb, dude. They were so good. I should start selling my own seasoning. That's how much I love the seasoning. Those fries look amazing. They were absolutely splendicious. Looks almost like the seasoning at a peri peri chicken place. Ooh, I've never been to that, but it sounds good. Looks so good. Thank you, Nin. Did you know that I can lift Duomos? Me neither. I just noticed that this is the first actual picture of the Duomo. So that's where we were. We were up on top of that, which is really cool. But also, I'm hulking out. I'm fucking holding that shit. Jagger's own seasoning recipe, please. I don't know if I'm gonna be selling my own seasoning. I can't give it to you guys. A recipe win. Man, it's so good. I think it's Peruvian chicken. Oh, I have had Peruvian chicken. I have had that. How many peanut points for the recipe? A lot. But yeah, I am every time I go to a famous location, I always do the holding up. My whole thing is I like to miss. I like to pretend like I'm holding it, but like completely fail at lining it up correctly. You'll see some of those later on. He's gonna gatekeep now. Maybe I'll send it to Lele. Or not Lele. No, Lele, you don't get it. You don't get it, Lele. How are you, Lele? I miss you. Maybe I'll send it to Lucy. I don't know. I don't know. Oh yeah, we saw this really, really cool fountain. There's nothing else about the fountain, or there's nothing else around the fountain. So you can just enjoy me and the fountain. There's absolutely no other reason we're looking at this photo. Alive, I could say, but lol, not you, already mixing up names again. I meant to say Lele. I mean it. There are no mess ups were happening. I promise. But yeah, there's nothing going on in this picture. I look cute, right? Look at me. That dude is a vibe. Why is there just some floating feet on that fountain wall? What? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. Yeah, this dude this dude was chilling with his dogs out. His dogs are out. No. Yeah, he was really comfortable. Michaela and I were so shocked. I was like, Michaela, take a picture. And she was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to be weird and take a picture of this guy. So I was like, I'll stand there, pretend like you're taking a picture of me in the fountain. He's vibing. He looks in pain. He looks like he's in crazy amounts of pain. Like actively. Like, okay, dude. Wow. All right. Well, he was cool. We saw this cool archway on one of our exploring days. There were lots of people around this. And then there was a scammer who got really mad at me when I said no. So he's stretching his lumbar. He's cranking it. He's cranking out that lump. Was it hot there? It was pretty hot. It was pretty hot. Some of the days were really hot. Some of the other days were really nice. By hot, I mean like 80s. But the humidity was pretty high. So, you know, it's a give and a take. It wasn't super hot, but the humidity sucked. Which was, you know, awesome. Imagine if there was another guy behind that guy swimming in the fountain. That'd be really fucking sick. Toe beans. Toe beans. But, yeah, so while we were sitting at this arch, Michaela and I are vibing. We're just taking it all in. It was really nice. And there were a lot of scammers. If we go back to this one, there were a ton of scammers over here. Like a lot of the things that they like to do, they come up and they want to take a picture of you. That's an obvious one. There are also people selling roses where they're not really selling the roses. They hand you a rose or they hand your partner a rose and they like beg you for like money afterwards, even though you didn't want the rose. Another one that was really popular that we saw. This happens in like a lot of different countries. This one, I've seen it all over the place. They have these little bands, like bracelets that are like really cheap. You know, there's like a couple pieces of twine, but nothing really crazy. And they just come up to you and they put it on you, or they like try to give it to you, and then they say it's free, and then as soon as you take it, they come in, like they just follow you around and like they say you owe me money, you owe me money, and that they are crazy rabid. So I'm gonna put it on you. They actually did this to me. They set one on my shoulder and I took it and I just threw it. I'm like, no, I don't want it. So there's a lot of scammers, especially in Italy, around the Colosseum, any big landmark. There's always these guys out. The rose thing, I feel like I've only seen in movies. Yeah, that's true. I feel like I've seen that in the movies too. It's a pretty popular technique. Yeah. So one of the roses guy came up to us when we were sitting at the archway, and I've been telling them no all day. So I just say no. You know, I just go no, thank you, no. I just go no. And the guy was like, he was trying to chit chat this time. And I'm just like, no. And he kept saying, oh, Michaela's so pretty and stuff. I'm just like, okay, I see where this is going. I'm like, thanks. Okay, no. And he got so pissed off at me. He's like, you need to chill out. That's what he said to me in the heavy Italian accent. I'm like, what? No, I'm not interested. And he was getting really pissed off at me for saying no. And he's like, you need to relax. And he kept telling Michaela, like, your man, he needs to calm down. I'm like, you're the one trying to scam me. I'm not, I'm just telling you no. I'm just saying no. What's up? Adapter. Oh. You need it? No. I was using it to transmit. So I'm gonna need that one back though. You can leave it down for a while. I have the other one I can give you. What's up, Bincy? What's up, Bincy? That happens all at the National Mall in DC. It's all people dressed like monks too. Really? I didn't know that. That's crazy. Pina has been peeking at chat all stream so far. he's checking out. He's looking around. Z, can we see him from this one? No, he's over too far. He's over too far. But yeah, that guy got really mad at me. There's also that one with the shoe shiner or whatnot. I haven't heard of that one. But yeah, that was a interesting story. Then our first day trip, we left Milan, we hopped on the train, and 45 minutes later, we arrived at Lake Como. Oh, excuse me. He's staring at you to make sure you don't leave again. True. True. He doesn't want me to go. He doesn't want me to go. You see him from up there. You see him swimming around, his little head poking out. But we went on our first day trip. Lake Como is where they filmed where Padme and Anakin got married in Attack of the Clones. So it was very, very beautiful, very picturesque. We didn't actually go, we saw where they filmed it via boat, but we didn't go to the actual palace itself because it cost a lot of money. But it was absolutely stunning. We went to the train station in Milan. That's how we got there. This is actually the town of Como up here. This is a awesome fucking mansion. That was sick. Another shot. And these guys offered to take a picture of us. My hair, of course, is fucked, but it's okay because I look good and she looked good too. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce went there. Wait, really? Seriously? I didn't know that. Lake Como Part 2. We went to 3 different towns while we were in Lake Como. We obviously arrived in the town of Como. Then we hopped on a boat, a big ferry boat, and took a 2-hour ride all the way north to Bellagio, which was a very, very picturesque town. This is actually where they filmed. This is where they filmed Star Wars right here. It's right on that little outcrop right there, which is pretty cool. But yeah, this town was really, really cute. Really lots of stuff going on. It was very, very Italy. Milan didn't feel it. I mean, it was, it's hard because Rome is so Italian, right? Rome is super Italian. Whereas Milan is kind of more modern. There's a lot of cool, awesome stuff, but it's not as ancient as Rome, obviously. So going to Lake Como, it really felt authentically Italian, as you can see from all the different colored houses and all the greenery and the bell towers. It was really, really, really nice. Looks very beautiful. It was. It looks like Naboo. They filmed a lot of all the Naboo scenes in Italy. I don't know exactly where they filmed a lot of the other stuff, but I do know that one takes place in Como. That one scene takes place in Como. Like around the same time, dude, is Kelsey and Taylor Swift in my photo? We have to line up the days because I can go back and see what day. Lake Como Part 3. Each town was so different and beautiful in its own right. We went, or the final town we went to had this awesome garden that we took like an hour to go through. It was along the entire coast. It was really, really cool. Really nice looking. Lots to see, lots to do. I like this bell tower a lot too. That was really, really awesome. I got a lot of pictures of that. I had my big camera, as you can see with me, my cinema lens, and that should give me a little smooch. Just give me a little smooch. Does anyone else want to give me a smooch like that? You want to give me a little smooch? We came back to Milan and we explored some more. There was lots to see in Milan, so most of the days after Michaela got off work, we went exploring. We found this place called the Vertical Forest, which are these apartment buildings full of foliage, which were absolutely stunning. Right next to that was a big mall, and they had a Lego store with a actual recreation of the Vertical Forest, which was really fucking cool. You do, Gearbox? You want to give me a little smooch? Okay. Obviously the Legos were cool. The Lego man, the Lego guy, the rocket guy from the Lego movie walked in, which was really cool. I was really excited. You see that? I was like, whoa, that's my dude. I want to live in that apartment. Isn't that cool? Yeah, it was really cool. I love that kind of architecture. Me too. It was like, why isn't more like that, you know? His name is Benny. Oh my God. The fact that you know that, Gearbox. Oh my God. Lots of people around this thing. Scammer got, oh, Whoops, that's from something else that I meant to delete, but I didn't. Ignore that. I had a I had an obsession with homemade squeezed, home squeezed lemonade. Um, I made lots of lemonade while I was here. I made some homemade strawberry lemonade, which, you know, you have to crush up the strawberries and boil them and do a bunch of shit. It was really, really fun. And so we found this juicer with a weirdly pink lemon. That's definitely not anything else fleshy for Twitch's sake. And I just had to just get a sip of mother's milk, you know, the milk of life, some would say. A lot would say. Charlie Day was there. Oh, they were voiced by Charlie Day. I didn't know that. You know what? Now that makes a lot of sense. Everyone should know Benny. Okay. All right. The next day we went and saw Furiosa. I found a English version of the film with Italian subtitles, and I was very excited because I already missed Planet of the Apes, the new Planet of the Apes film, which I was very excited for, and I still have not seen. But I was like, I cannot miss Furiosa. I heard it was bombing at the box office, so I wanted to go support it, which I definitely supported it. We supported that movie very well. We got it from this one place called UCI Cinemas of Bicocca, Milano, whatever. That's the location. We go there. I'm pretty sure this was the cinema right next to Michaela's work, so I knew how to get there and everything. We get there. They do not have her showing. It was at a UCI Cinemas on the other side of the city. So, and we arrived 15 minutes before the showtime, so there was no time for us to get over to the other movie theater. So defeated, I felt unbelievably bad. I was like, I don't know how I fucked that up. It was so awkward. I was like, how do I do something so stupid? You know, I just felt so dumb. But we found another theater showing it in English, but it didn't start until 8 o'clock at night, which sucked because this other one was at, it was 4 hours that we had to burn, which kind of sucked. But we got it and we started heading over this other area, which was like 30 minutes away. Good thing we went there though, because it was really cool. It was this awesome mall, and obviously we're hanging out beforehand. There were lots of amazing stores. There's a DJI store, which I've never seen before. It's really cool, and a very phallic shaped skyscraper, which obviously I had to put next to my pants because that's an accurate representation of what's down there. And we had this amazing crepe. This crepe was the bane of my existence because it was so fucking good. It was filled with all this delicious melted chocolate. I wanted to get this crepe again. And every time I went to this place called Chocolate Italia, they fucked it up. They just kept fucking up the crepe. They put Nutella in it. It was so annoying. I never got that crepe again. The weeks I was there, never got it again. And it pained me. It pained me to my core because I wanted it so bad. I saw Deadpool 3 yesterday. It was amazing. If anyone hasn't yet, I definitely recommend it. It was the best of the three. I need to see it. I have not seen it yet. I wanted to go see this weekend, but Michaela told me no. She said, no movie for you. We're going to go see it sometime this week, hopefully, right? Right, honey? She said, uh-huh. Very enthused. Very enthused. But yeah, the DJI store was really cool. Really awesome. I wish I could buy something, but of course, I could not. We were still walking around that same area. It was very, very beautiful. I got this awesome picture of this lady with no nose and the sky, the God rays coming through the cloud and the fountain. It was really nice. And of course, here I am next to the Furiosa sign. We got some popcorn. The next day, we went and saw The Last Supper. Of course, it was very much art, very historical, very cool. Voldemort. Yeah, it was a statue of Voldemort. The Last Supper was really cool. It was it's a fresco painted on the wall, not done in traditional fresco style. So it's actually painted directly onto the wall because the Leonardo da Vinci didn't like doing fresco style, which is you have to paint onto wet. What is it? Wet what? Is it concrete for fresco? Plaster. I think it's wet plaster. You have to paint on it. He didn't like doing that because he liked taking his time. So he just painted directly on the wall. And because of that, it hasn't survived as well. So there's like, it's like locked down. It's very hard to get into. And it's been touched up a lot throughout the years. Of the whole building around it got exploded in World War II. And it was the only wall that was standing after a bombing, which was pretty crazy. I want to see that so bad. It was really cool. That is one of my dreams. You want to see the Last Supper? You got to eat some supper at the Last Supper, baby. But it was really cool. We went on a day trip to Bergamo, which is a town about an hour away from Milan. We hopped on another train. The trains are very comfortable, very easy to maneuver, as you can see in the upper right-hand corner. Very nice seating. The seating sucks because you face each other. So if you aren't a party of four, you have two other people in front of you and you're just facing each other awkwardly, which is a really weird. I don't know why they would do that, but you know, whatever. The ancient city sits on top of a huge rock outcrop, which was really cool. You can see in this bottom picture right here. This is the newer city. They have to walk through to get to the ancient city, which is on top of the huge rock outcrop, which is really cool. You have to take a funicular, which is this little like train up the hill. Otherwise, you have to climb in it. I don't want to climb. I don't want to climb. This is where we ate our lunch. It was really, really nice. We stayed there for a while. Why? Why would you do that to me? Why? It's been so long. I needed my fix. Nobody killed him. Thanks so much. Hi, cats. Hi, Malibu. Damn. You look in the screen, Malibu. Shit. But yeah, Bergamo was really cool. We went into an art gallery, or a natural history museum as well. Down here, you can see this is underneath a church. And those are actual dead archbishops or whatever, bishops of the church, which are really that's really crazy. It was kind of wild, just a little wild. Day trip to Bergamo part 2. We did a lot while we were there. As I said earlier, we went to a natural history museum and we saw this cool mammoth. I'm running away from him, as you can see. There's a mummy too. You can see the hand of the mummy that's dried up. The funiculars down here, you can see. That's that church that we were under earlier. There's actually a wedding in there while we were hanging out. It was really cool. It was really beautiful. You have a PowerPoint on your trip. Very Jagger-esque. Thank you. Thank you. You were living my dream, dang it. I'm sorry. Bergamo is also the home of chocolate chip ice cream. That is where it was invented, which was pretty rad. So of course we had to get some chocolate chip ice cream. But yeah, Bergamo was really cool. I really liked Bergamo. Michaela kept saying that she wanted to go to Bergamo because her colleagues or her workmates were telling her that she needed to go see it. And she kept pushing me. I was like, okay, fine, we'll go. We're back in Milan at this point, and we went and saw a concert. It was really cool. It was an orchestral concert. It was out in front of the Duomo. It was completely free. Anyone could come. As you can see, there's a lot of people here. They're supposed to be playing John Williams' score, which was really cool. So I was excited, to see all that. I've never seen John Williams play like Lucy and Dan. So I wanted to, maybe get a little bit of orchestral John Williams in my life. But then the wind changed and the day got dark quick. The performance still hadn't started at this point. We were getting kind of nervous. You have seen Hans, though. I have not seen Hans yet. Hans is in fall, but I will see him unless something bad happens. But as you can see, it's getting very, very dark. We're scared. The performance hasn't started yet. And I swear to God, 15 minutes before the performance started, it started to downpour. More rain that I've ever seen in my entire life poured down on us in a split second. It was absolutely insane. We had an umbrella on. I was still getting soaked through the umbrella. As you can see, we're kind of like, oh, we're just chilling out. You know, it's raining a little bit at first. You see right here, we're like, oh, that's fun. It's raining, whatever. And then you can really see it coming down in this one. And then at this point, we had to evacuate. We ran all the way over here. If you can see where my mouse is, all the way over there. And we were hanging out over here, and it was just pouring. Absolutely the biggest raindrops I've ever seen coming down, trying to get me. It was crazy. We got super soaked. Oh, thanks for that, Butters. But yeah, it was really crazy. We were 45 minutes away from our apartment. So, and all the trains were shut down because, oh, you know what I didn't talk about? If we go back to Bergamo, I have to talk about this. So we were coming home. Obviously, as you guys know, we took the train to Bergamo, and that means we had to take a train back. It takes you back to Milan Central, which is like, if you imagine the city, right? This is the city. The city's in here. That's the heart of the city. So Milan Central is out here. You have to go through the heart of the central of the city to get to us. This is where we're staying. And so if you want to walk that, it's an hour and a half. We get off of the train in Bergamo, and there's a strike happening. There's a transit strike. So all the buses, all the subways are completely shut down. So we're completely fucked. So we start walking because we waited at a bus station for like 20 minutes. Nothing was coming. There was like hundreds of people at that bus station. And we're just like, we don't know what to do. I tried hailing a taxi from their app, and it just didn't work because everyone's hailing taxis. So we just had to walk it. We were walking for like 30 minutes. And finally, we stop and try to hail another taxi. It doesn't work. And we keep walking. And we eventually run into this hotel, and there's a actual like a doorman at the hotel. And I ask him, I'm like, hey, do you know how to hail a taxi? And he goes, oh, sure. And so he just like pressed a couple buttons, and he said, oh, it'll be here in a minute. Literally our savior. We still had another 50 minutes of walking to do, and it was already midnight that night, and Michaela had to work the next day. So it was absolutely life-saving, this guy. He saved us. But yeah, that was almost hell. And we were just really happy as it was raining. We were like, thank God this didn't happen the previous day. Because if we were having to walk an hour home through this rain, that would have been absolute hell on earth. But yeah, we got soaked in the rain. It went through our umbrella. I've never had water come through an umbrella before. And we had to dry over our clothes and shoes and everything because it was crazy. We only stayed about 15 minutes. Was that my end, or did your stream die for a sec? Did it die? Are we good? It looks like I dropped some frames, but not very much to die. Are we good? Are we good, guys? Are we happy? But yeah, we got soaked. We got soaked. Our next thing that we did was we took a very lovely 3-day trip to Zermatt, which is the home of the Matterhorn. It took us 6 hours to get there, which was crazy. We took 5 different trains on our way there, which was actually insane. It's 5 different transfer trains. Welcome back. Hello, lady. How you doing? It's nice to see you. It's nice to see you. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, we took a lot of trains. Very tired. It was a very long day of trains. But of course, we get to Zermatt. The Matterhorn hangs over the entire city. We had a super clear view of the mountain. The only time it was visible until our last day. Yeah, the next couple days it was completely cloudy, which it sucked. It really was rough for viewing the Matterhorn, but I'm so glad that our first day we had such beautiful views of the lonely mountain. But Zermatt was definitely the highlight of my trip, I believe. I absolutely love this little town. It was just we're in Switzerland, as you can tell from the Swiss flag. But it was absolutely amazing seeing that thing, because I've been to Disneyland a lot. Obviously, I'm from California, so I've been to the Matterhorn in Disneyland many times. So seeing the real Matterhorn was insane, because it looks like the Disney one, but it's massive and it just overhangs the entire city. It's not like you go to Zermatt and like you can see the Matterhorn off in the distance. It literally is like we got off the train and walked a little bit, and it's dominating the entire skyline. You just look and you're like, holy shit, that's the Matterhorn right there. You know, there's not a bunch of other mountains around it. There's just this peak, and there's like some other ones to the left of this image, but it was actually crazy. I missed anything you said right after I sent that message. Ads popped up. Oh shit. Welcome back from the ads, everyone. I said hello, it's nice to see you. I hope you've been well. We're going over my trip via SLIDESHOW at the moment. So we're at Zermatt. We saw the Matterhorn, which was really cool. It was absolutely amazing and beautiful. Our second day in Zermatt, which was our first full day in Zermatt, because the previous day we had arrived via train, we took a gondola up to the top of a mountain adjacent to the Matterhorn. Sadly, we could not see the Matterhorn because it was covered in clouds, but we did have some other spectacular views. This is so pretty, right? Right? That is beautiful. It was absolutely stunning. But yeah, this gondola is the highest gondola in Europe. It takes you over 12,000 feet above sea level, which was insane. You could feel the elevation change. You know, it was hard to breathe. So on our way there, we see this little turducken. I still don't know what the fuck this is. There were a bunch of chickens in this coop. And there's just this one fucking chicken-bodied, duck-headed beast. I've never seen anything like this before. I don't know if that's like a species I've never heard of, or some weird-ass fucking hybrid that this random, like, what a girthy cock. But it's not, like, look at it. That's not a chicken. Right? Someone please help me. Zermatt day 2, part 2. We headed up to the top of the mountain. The complex at the very top was completely built into the top of the mountain itself. So as you can see in the bottom left-hand corner picture, it's all tunnels, and it's crazy cool. As you can see, this is the view coming up to the tip of the mountain via the gondola. It just goes all the way down. You can kind of see it if you follow the line right here. You can see the entire line, because that's how far it goes. This whole thing is like, there's no beams right here, so it's completely supported by gravity. It's the slack in the line, which is fucking crazy. Muscovy duck? Is it a Muscovy duck? I don't know. But yeah, then there's this cool thing that says crevasses do not leave the market run. So if you leave anything that's not marked, there could be a crevasse, which if you don't know what a crevasse is, it is a super deep crack in the mountain that can go on for fucking ever. It's like actually scary. Crevasses are very, very scary. Day 2 Zermatt, part 3. Up there on top of the mountain too was this glacier palace, which was completely made out of ice. It was really, really cool. There's just all these ice tunnels, and there's this little dude right here. There's a slide, so you slide down the ice. There's a lot of ice statues and stuff. It'd be so cool to go, and it was really cold. It was really cool. But yeah, it was really cool. Part 4, this is actually on the tip of the mountain. You can see you go all the way up here if you're looking in the bottom right. Sent you a pic, by the way. I have to look at this. I need to check this right now. Kind of, but not exactly. Yeah, as you can tell in the bottom right, there's actually guys climbing up on top of this weather thing, which is crazy. This is the view from up there on the left hand side. It's really, really stunning. I had my nice picture. As you can see, we are almost 13,000 feet in the air, which is 3,000 meters, 3,800 meters. Someone took our picture, which was very, very nice. They took a good picture of us. But yeah, being up there, it was super cool. It was cold. It started snowing on us when we were up there. We went up there twice because it was completely, this is actually the first time down in the bottom right. You couldn't see anything. It was completely, we were inside of a cloud. It was just snowing. It was like, oh, crap. So then we went and ate some lunch while we were there and came back up afterwards. And it was clear. And this is how we got these pictures, these clearer pictures. We came back down the mountain. And we did some shopping in the town. We found this awesome restaurant for dinner, which did fondue, which was absolutely delicious. Fondue was just very Swiss. We found a lint shop, which was awesome. There was this really creepy picture of this guy, and I had to recreate it with him because he really was fucking into that milk. He really loved pouring that milk, or maybe that's white chocolate. He was just really into pouring that white stuff, you know? Speaking of white stuff, I found these Matterhorn panties. They have a map of the entire city or the entire mountain, which is, you know, what's more sexy than having a Matterhorn all up on that putty. I got a really, really good hot chocolate too. This lady made a really awesome hot chocolate at the dinner place, which was delish bish. On our third day in Zermatt, we took the Gornergott train, which was really cool. You take the train all the way to the top of the mountain, not as high as we went the day before, but still pretty high. It was really cloudy that day, so we didn't see much. As you can tell from the pictures, there's not much going on because sadly we just couldn't see anything, which sucked. On day 3, we took the Gornergott train to the top of a different mountain. We also found a little kitty that would come say hi every day on our walk into town. Michaela, what was the name of that cat? She doesn't remember. It was, God, what the fuck was it? Michaela named the cat and everything. She didn't even remember. Fake. Yeah, you have it in a video. I want to know what the name of the cat is. But yeah, that cat would come every day to us and hang out. It was really cute. Every single day we'd come back or go away. It would come run up on us in this picture, like as we round that corner. That's where that chicken is. That chicken duck thing is right in that building. It's just fucking weird. What? Swister. Oh, it's called, yeah. Michaela named the cat Swister because we were in Switzerland. Miss Jagger is so pretty. She is pretty, huh? She's a beauty. You mean this one right here? This lady in the pink? We're going to talk about the lady in the pink. Okay. So the most notable thing, actually, before I start that, you can see this map down here. This mountain up in the top right, that's where we went the day before. So we went to the Klein Matterhorn, which that's where the gondola takes you. And then the Gornergott is where we went the next day. Anyways, the most eventful thing that happened on our day from hell in on the Gornergott train, we had this huge group of people who, like, literally massive, like I think 30 people, and they were so fucking annoying. She is standing on the seat behind us, standing up as the train is moving. Like, this is the picture of the train, right? So we're sitting here and she's standing, and that she's not the only one who's standing. All 30 of these people behind us are standing on the seats with their phones on selfie sticks outside these windows, because the windows like rolled down, so only the tops were open, so they were like pointing out the tops of these windows, standing on top, screaming and yelling to each other. It was a fucking nightmare. So Michaela was trying to get a picture of them standing up, and she turned around. She turned around and noticed us taking our picture. You could see us awkwardly smiling. But oh my god, dude, they were insane. So fucking annoying. They even fought us to get our seats because they were standing at the same. There were like 6 different entrances that would slide open to give you access to the train. and they were standing all at the one where we were, and like we're actually pushing and shoving to get on this train. I'm like, what the fuck? We got good seats, thankfully, because Michaela like pushed forward and got one. But oh my god, smiling to hide the pain. Yep, you can see it in my eyes, the suffering and sadness. This is part 2 of that same day. We went up and it was so cloudy you couldn't see anything, which sucked. Which the view would have been amazing. We did see the Matterhorn though. We did end up seeing the Matterhorn. But it was made out of chocolate and almost 4,500 grams of chocolate, which is insane. I wanted to eat it. But they wouldn't let me. I also found Alex the Lion while we were up there. Don't know why, but he was there, and I had to, I had to throw him with his classic pose, just had to hit him with it. And there's Michaela, of course, looking wonderful. Our part 3 of that same day, we went all the way down and found a Swiss fair. It was like a little convention that was going on. So we went and ate there. We had a bratwurst with some fries, which were really well seasoned. Not as seasoned as my fries, of course, but they were really good. We also went to a Matterhorn museum, which had Lucy. Lucy was a part of the Matterhorn Museum. She was the first woman to climb the Matterhorn, which was pretty cool. She climbed a lot of the peaks. She climbed a lot of the peaks in Zermatt. So a lot of them are named after her. This is Lucy right here. Actually, the skull. No, I'm kidding. It's not. That is someone. I don't remember who that was. And they also, during the event, they had people climbing, like little kids were climbing the clock tower that's in the city, which is really cool. Lucy, whoa, yeah, Lucy. I even took a picture. I meant to send it to you, Lucy, but I completely forgot. Part 4 of that day, we finally got home. This is what our place ended up looking like. It was very small, very cool. This is me, of course, holding up the Matterhorn. You can kind of see it through the clouds. That's the most we saw it that day. It barely peeking out of the clouds. We also watched a lot of the Euro Cup while we were there. We actually watched every single game in the Euro Cup while we were in Italy, in Switzerland. It was really cool. I really liked it. We followed the teams. I wanted Switzerland to win, but of course they ended up losing. I also got this giant thing of hot chocolate. I got yelled at for this hot chocolate. We were in a store, and I had gotten a hot chocolate while we were up on the mountain, and they used the same powder, so I knew I wanted it. I was like, oh, I want to bring some of that home. So we found this big ass tub, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. It was half a pound. And then I find this giant fucking bag that's a full pound of fucking hot chocolate. I'm like, holy fuck. So of course I grab it, and Michaela's checking out already. So I just wanted to show it to her. So I showed it to her and whatever. She's like, okay, we got to check out. We got to leave. So I go, and I don't go all the way back to where it was. I don't set it in a random spot. I just, I find like an open area, and I, kind of set it down, and I walk away, and I hear, sir, in a heavy Germanic accent. And I turn around, and she goes, the worker. She goes, I'm like, oh, it doesn't go there? And she looks me dead in the fucking eye and says, it no go there. I'm like, okay. And so I took it and just went around the corner and set it somewhere else. It was really, really embarrassing. But I was like, really? Does it really matter that much? I'm sorry. I gotta go. Like, we're already checking out, If I had more time, I wouldn't have done that. But like, I felt so awkward. Not to go there. Not go there. I was like, oh, fuck. What do you mean nut is unavailable? I don't know. What do you mean? I mean, she's not wrong. You even said it didn't go there. Some bullshit. I was just like, come on, I gotta go. Didn't know you were on holidays with Jagger. She was. Lucy was hanging out with me. I'm sorry, Dan. What do you mean? What do I mean? I don't know. Let me see. Let me see if it's off. No. I turned everything off for Nut is on. Oh, Twitch, the point redeem. Okay, let me see. Let me see if the nut is off. Where is the nut one? Where is nut? Nut. Acqui orgasms on. Nut is off. Nut is now on. There you go. Nut is fixed. I fixed your nut. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. Don't get close yet, Casey. We're just beginning it. Ah.
Nut. 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 Nut.
Nut. Thank you so much for the nuts. Welcome back, Sib. Why did it sound like you were choking? I was. That's what happened. That's what happened. That choking face looked like me on Saturday. Wow. But yeah, that's what happened. Booba. Okay, Zermatt day 4 was our final day, sadly. The Matterhorn actually came out to say goodbye to us, which was really nice. So we saw it on our first day and on our last day, which was awesome. Sadly, I didn't have my camera out, so I couldn't get any amazing pictures of it. So all the pictures I have of the Matterhorn are all from the first couple hours of us getting there. We also had this giant hike up to our house every single time. It literally sucked. Literally sucked. It was the worst thing about being there, but the view from our house was worth it. But oh my God, was I tired getting up there. We left Zermatt and grabbed some food from our favorite bakery. Our bakery was called Fuchs, by the way. Fuchs. Fuchs. It was really awesome, really good. I really loved that place. They had that almond croissant that Michaela's holding right there. It was so good. It was just full of the fucking almond filling. It was just, oh my God, it was so good, guys. Holy shit. You need to work out more, Gearbox? I swear to God. It was a crazy hill. Like, it was legitimately like this, getting up there, lugging like luggage and shit. It was hell. But yeah, I was holding up the Matterhorn as I should, you know, because I'm big and strong. And that was on our way home. On our way home, it was a little more weird because we took trains and then we had to take a bus because the train lines were actually closed. So we had a 2-hour bus ride, which was really weird. It was fine. It ended up being fine, but it just was not, you know, we were on a train. We would have been home a lot sooner if we had a train, but alas, they were all closed down. We're back in Milan, so we're doing some random stuff from day to day, running around. We already explored a lot of Milan, so we're kind of going to more niche areas. This is actually our store that was right underneath us. This is our Esselunga. We saw this awesome statue. We also went to Abraham Lincoln Street, which was, you know, a street named after Abraham himself, the lovely lad. It was a really nice street. It was just a residential area, so it wasn't, you know, nothing crazy, but it was nice. Michaela and I thought it was something more because someone recommended for us to go there, and we did, and we were like, this is it. It was beautiful, but, you know, it's like you walk down it and you're like, okay, we're done. And we had made a trip just to see it, and we're like, okay, do we go home? What do we do now? Then we took our final day trip while we were in Milan. We went to Lake Garda, which was absolutely stunning. We went to 3 different towns, but the main one was Sirione. Sorry, I'm saying it wrong. I got this awesome fucking lemonade. It was so good. Sirione was this, if you imagine Lake Garda, there's a little sliver of land that comes all the way up almost like pretty deep into the lake. And then on the tip of it is Sirione. And it's this fucking ancient castle, which was super badass, as you can see up in the top right-hand corner. It was really fucking cool. You go through it and everything, and then there's the actual town is on the other side. And it's not very big because it's like literally an island. You drank a lot of lemonade, huh? Okay, if you condense it, yes, it looks like I drank a lot of lemonade. But I made a lemonade maybe once a week. And I had a lemonade whenever I saw like a really nice fresh one, sir. Judging me. Oh, wrong button. But yeah, I had a lot of lemonade. I liked lemonade. It's my favorite. I don't drink soda or anything. So when I see a drink that I like, I'm going to grab it, you know. There was also a very knockoff Hollywood Studios called Movie Land, the Hollywood Park. It was called Gardaland, which was fucking cool. I kept making jokes that Michaela wasn't taking me to Gardaland, and she got really, really upset with me. I made a few too many jokes about Gardaland. It's like, we should be going to Gardaland. It looked pretty cool, but, you know, the place we went was way cooler. Looks like a giant sandcastle. It was pretty cool. Lake Garda Part 2, we got on this, we took a ferry leaving Ceremony. I keep saying San Ceremony, which is not correct. And it was completely empty where we sat, which was awesome. We got this ice cream at this place, which was really cool, but they gave us so fucking much that we wasted a lot of it because it just started melting. It was nasty. And the lady there was actually really fucking rude. She didn't want to give Michaela, I forget what it was, but she was a pain in the ass. I'm not judging. It's way healthier than soda, and my grandpa drinks it a lot, just noticing a pattern. Girly. We had this awesome lunch there overlooking the lake. And of course, I just wanted someone to give me a little smooch, you know? That's not a lot of ice cream. That's the perfect amount for me. Well, Michaela got that, and then I also got a bowl, and it was like so much fucking ice cream, dude. And it was melting so quick. This is like one of the hottest days. It was like literally making a huge mess. Massive mess. A giant mess, yes. No one kissed me, though. It was sad. Peanut, you kiss me. You give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. I'll kiss you. Wowzers. Okay. And finally, we get to our final week in Milano, which is how the locals say it, because I'm a local now because I spent so much time there. Our final week was bittersweet. We went to our favorite restaurants, Antica. Visited the landmarks one more time before saying goodbye to the city. That dress is pretty. Thank you. Antica was the place with the pizza. You know, we went to the gallery again. We visited the Duomo. We went back to Brera, and we had our final dinner in Brera, and it was really good. It was one of the best dinners that we had. I got this really fucking good pasta. It was delicious. We got our final gelato on the walk home from dinner, and then said goodbye to our little apartment. You guys saw me. If you tuned into my Italian streams, you saw me sitting here streaming in these awful chairs that hurt my back. And my final stream, I was over here, had it all set up, was playing Nintendo Sports, running around the room like a crack addict. Going crazy, but I missed that place. That was such a nice apartment. We had good internet, you know, it was great. If we had stayed there longer, it would have been way harder to say goodbye, but we had a shitty dorm in Salzburg, so by the time it was time to come home from there, we were pretty ready. But if we were here the whole time, it would have been a lot more difficult. And finally, we get to the travel day from hell. These are the only photos I took of the entire day because holy fuck, was it a day. So first off, you guys might have read what happened. If you're in my Discord, I wrote a pretty hefty announcement about how awful this day was. So first off, we get to the airport and everything's going good. Our Uber was already waiting there for us to pick us up. We got to the airport like 10 minutes earlier than we wanted to. And we got through security super quick. It was so easy. Such a good day. We were like feeling it. We're like, oh, let's treat ourselves. Let's sit down at a restaurant and get some food. So to get to the restaurants, you have to go up these escalators. So we're on the escalator. We get to the very top, and Michaela tells me, do not turn around. And I'm sorry, I turn around, of course. And this guy fucking pukes all, well, not all over us, but right behind us, and it splatters up onto my legs. And it's so fucking nasty. And it was like, it was the most yellow puke we have ever seen. And it's this poor kid. I mean, it wasn't a kid. It was like a, you know, late teen, I think. You think it was late teen? The puker? Early 20s, probably. So you younger, right? Dude, it was all over the escalator, like getting sucked up by the escalator. And it was all down my leg. And so I'm like, now Michaela and I are both queasy. And so we just go over, we find an open table, and I wipe off we wipe off my legs. Not the puker. He has a title. Yes, he does. It ruins our whole morning because now we're feeling gross. We're feeling sick. You know, we're like, oh, fuck. You know, it just really gives you that quease mode, you know? So that sucked. We just kind of sat there for a while, let our bellies chill out. Then we got a croissant because we needed to eat something before the flight. And stupidly, you cannot take a direct flight from Milan to Salzburg. So you have to go all the way up from Milan to Frankfurt, Germany, right? And then back down to Salzburg, which was ridiculous in itself. But we, whatever. We eat whatever we need. We finally get on the plane. We head to Frankfurt. As we get to Frankfurt, our layover was only 50 minutes. Our plane was then late by 20. So we were really cutting it close, only a 30-minute layover. And Frankfurt is one of the biggest airports in Europe. So we're cutting it really close. The plane lands. We have 30 minutes to get to our gate. In Europe, they don't pull. It depends. They can, but our plane specifically pulled up very far away from the actual gates themselves. And you get off the plane and you load up onto a fucking bus that then takes you all the way to the gates. That bus took 15 fucking minutes. So we were already down to like 15 or 20 minutes until our plane left, like the gates closed, right? So, and then we're there, we're like banging on the doors for the bus to open because we're like, we could see the gates and they wouldn't open. It wouldn't let us out. So we're freaking out. Finally, the gates open. Everyone's rushing. Like there's at least like 5, 10, 15 other people like rushing with us, running to try to make their flight. And Salzburg's not a very big airport, right? So there's not many flights going on. So if you miss it, you're fucked until like the next day. So we're literally running. We find our gate. It is A69. I shit you not. I need to show you a map. This is how map of Frankfurt Airport. I'm showing you guys this because this is how fucking ridiculous this shit was. Hello. Deny all. Can I? Where's the? Just give me a map, bitches. Come on. No. Come on. Give me a map. Give me a map. Give me a map. Can I just drop it in? Sure, that works. Whatever. Can I do this? Here we go. Okay. I think this is it, right? Hold on. Can you guys see gate 69 on this? And gate 28. Is that gate 69 down there? Yeah. Okay. Here we go. This is a good map. It's a crab. This might be the only time 69 isn't nice. Yes, I know that feeling well. Okay, so I have to kind of point this out. Gate 69 is right here. It's this one at the very tip. It is the last gate. Okay. It dropped us off. The bus. Fuck. The bus dropped us off right here. So you have to go all the way this way. This, by the way, that's a mile. That's how big that shit is. That is a motherfucking mile. So Michaela's running ahead of me. We're going upstairs to get there, right? So I fall behind because I have not only my big ass backpack that weighs 25 pounds. I also have a duffel bag over me that has like all of Michaela's clothes and stuff. That's another fucking 20 pounds. So I'm fucking loaded up, right? And so Michaela's just running because she's like trying to get to the gate to hold it so that we wouldn't lose out, right? Just like hold it for me. So she's running. I'm trying to run. I have all this shit on me. So I'm getting fucking tired, winded, and I'm struggling. I'm really struggling. I read the gates. I know I need to go to A69. I see that this one, that's the L. That's the off. Oh, fuck. I keep pushing the wrong button. I see this one right here that like jets off because it says on the sign A. It points that way. So I start going up this one. I go all the way to like this middle point. Right there in the middle. And I notice, I'm like, fuck, I went the wrong way. So I have to turn around, book it all the way back down, and start coming up this way. And so I'm running. As I get here, Michaela's duffel bag, right? Michaela's duffel bag. It has a slot on the bottom for shoes and other things, right? So it can open from the bottom. The whole bag opens on the bottom, and she stuffed a bunch of underwear, socks, shoes on the bottom, and it fully rips open, goes everywhere, panties, shoes everywhere. And I'm like, I'm literally looking at my watch. I have under 5 minutes until the doors fucking close. And I'm like, I'm fucked. I like at that moment, as it all hit the floor, I'm like, I'm missing the flight. I'm like, I'm so fucked. So I'm literally on my hands and knees, sweating. I'm wearing a big like blue jacket, like a sweatshirt, and pants, right? So I'm like wearing sweats. So I'm fucking on fire, sweating. I'm on the floor, trying to pull it all together, right? I'm like, I look like when Velma loses her glasses in Scooby-Doo, and she's like, "Where's my glasses?" But grabbing underwear off the fucking floor. I'm just trying to shove it all back in the bag. I don't know if I lost any underwear. I don't know if anything fell up before the whole thing opened. Well, I was just like, I shoved it all back in there, tried to zip it up. It wouldn't zip. So I'm just rushing. I'm just like holding the whole thing as it wouldn't close and just running, trying to run. And then I see literally my savior. You know how in some airports they have those carts, those cart people that like, if you pay them, they'll take you to your gate or whatever. They're like not little go-karts, like little golf carts. One, it pulls up right in front of me, lets a guy off at an ATM because she was like not gonna be able, like he wasn't paying her or he didn't have cash or whatever. I don't know. I wasn't like really listening, obviously. So I'm like, I go up to her. I'm like, hey, my flight's about to leave. I'm at gate 69. Like, can you just take me there? At this point, I am about right here. So I'm still probably like 7 or 8 minutes away. Like if I was walking, because the space between these gates is massive. Like I'm not, this map makes it look very, very, very small, but it took so fucking long to get down there. So I'm like about there. She's like, okay, come on. And then she thankfully allows me. I didn't have any money or anything. So she just took me down there real quick, literally on the announcement saying gate closing. We get there. Michaela sees me riding up on this golf cart with the lady. I just say, thank you. And we're all sweating and stuff and freaking out. It was hell. So we get on the plane, sweating, dying. We're literally fanning ourselves because of how hot and sweaty we both were, because Michaela also sprinted. So that sounds crazy like a movie. It was awful. It was actually one of the worst days of my life, but it's okay. Dad's also came in with the cuckery. Oh shit. We'll wait. We will wait. Yeah, but wow. It was a day. I'm missing the end. This sounds epic. Epic in the most negative sense. Yes. But that's not the end of the day. I'll keep going in about 40 seconds once the ad's in. But that's not the end of it. That may seem like it was the end of it, but it's not. Were you affected by the Microsoft outages? I was not. The Microsoft outages happened 2 days before we came home. So thankfully we just missed it by a couple days. It would have helped if you didn't go down the wrong lane though, just saying, no shit. I didn't know. I don't know this airport. So I just see A, it said A this way. And so I was just like, okay, go. And then I like as I'm going down it, I'm like, I don't see 69. So I turned around. I was like, fuck. And I just ran. And my fucking pants were falling down too. Not to mention I had no belt on or anything. So my ass is like fucking out. Welcome back from the ads, everyone. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Welcome back, guys. So that another ad. Wait, what? Wait, you got hit with another one? I'm getting an ad for Joe Rogan going live on Netflix. Wait, Malibu, are you actually in an ad? I'm so confused. There's no times for tacos, Twitch. I'm in the middle of a saga. I don't know what Malibu's not Twitch double tapping Malibu. Yeah, that's fucked. I mean, good for me, I guess. I don't want to keep going if she's in an ad. Double tap me too. Wait, did it really get? That's really fucked. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hope Malibu's back too. I don't know. That's really fucked. That's really crazy. Not a huge fan of that. I am? Okay, perfect. So we get to our gate and whatever. We're on the airport. We're trying to calm down, not freak out. I'm not going to say anything and hope they don't notice me twitching on the ground. That may seem like the end of my terrible, no good, very awful, bad day, right? No, that was not the end of it. That was just the middle, of course. That was the meat of the story. And of course, the day had to be tapped off with a lovely, lovely, lovely little cherry on top. So we take our flight. It's only an hour. We arrive in Salzburg. We get off, whatever. It's very, 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 very small airport. So we immediately get to the baggage area. And we get an email on our phones saying that our baggage was left behind. So our baggage was still sitting in Frankfurt. They didn't even have enough time to get the luggage off the plane and to the other plane for our connecting flight. So 3 of our bags, my big bag full of clothing, Michaela's bag, or, suitcase full of clothing, and my streaming equipment bag completely full of my lights, my PS5, everything I took to stream with, also gone. So we were like, fuck. Thankfully, it wasn't lost. They didn't lose the luggage. It just didn't make the flight. A lot of other people who were on the same connecting flight, they all their shit got left behind too. So we had to go through and like set up a time for them to deliver it and all this crazy shit. And it was super fucked. So we didn't have any clothing. Well, Michaela had some clothing. I had the clothes on my back and my backpack full of like chargers and stuff. That is all I had. So obviously I had nothing to sleep in. Nothing to... We get to our dorm. It's hot as fuck there. It's like 90 degrees that day. And the dorm has no AC, just a little fan. And we're on the 4th floor, so it's extra hot. And like literally we had nothing. So we went to, when we got there, we left all of our stuff, all the stuff that we did have at the dorm itself. And we went off. There's an H&M. So we went there and I got like a nice shirt. They said that they're going to reimburse us for all of our clothing and stuff. So I got one outfit, I got a shirt, and I got these little underwear because I needed underwear, obviously. And I was going to use the underwear as my pajamas, right? I get home and I immediately, I shower and I go to put on the underwear, and they are the tightest little fucking things in the world. Literally this big. These little fucking booty cheeks. Like my balls were hanging out. They were hanging out at the bottom. Like it was so tight and awful. I was like, there was no way I was going to be able to wear them. So I had nothing to sleep in. So I'm sleeping butt ass naked, hot as fuck. on on this fucking awful dorm bed, which was like you're slipping and sliding in it, right? It's terrible. I bet wifey liked that. No, she didn't. She did not. But yeah, so we had no baggage or nothing, and eventually they said that they were going to deliver it the next day. We got our baggage back the next day, thankfully. The delivery guy only delivered 2 of our bags, and so Michaela's family actually flew in that same day, and they were able to pick up our last bag that the guy forgot, thankfully. So yeah, that was our travel day from hell. It was a great fun experience that I hope none of you ever have to deal with in your lives. It was awful. It was terrible. Oh man, that day still gives me anxiety. So mission 1, we had to get our clothes. This is the outfit I picked out. I got this nice undershirt, and I got this nice button up, which is really, I wore that a lot. I really liked it. Sounds like it. Holy shit. It was crazy Malibu. Crazy day. I got this. I really liked it. It was, I kept it, obviously. I have it in my closet. I almost wore it today. I should have worn that one. Damn, that would have been good for the story. Then, of course, our first full day in Salzburg, we still didn't have any of our clothes. But we eventually would get it. So it's a shitty chain of events, but glad everything came together in the end. It did. It sucked, but it's a good story. Our first day in Salzburg, which is in Austria, we did some exploring. We've got this little peanut crocheted doll, stuffed animal for Michaela's nephew, who's the little baby. We saw all these people in Lederhosen eating at a big outdoor festival. We saw this cool statue and a mosaic of horses. And this is the old town of Salzburg down here. I would have cried. I think Michaela cried a little bit when you lost your bags. It was a big whammy of a day. It was a big whammy. This is our wonderful dorm room. This is the hostel we stayed at, which was nice. There was free breakfast, but the breakfast wasn't very good. But it was nice. It was fine for the amount of money that we spent. Though wasn't the best, but we had a great view. That's the best part about it. This is outside our window. We had a great sunset. From this moment forward, most of it is just recap because we did a lot of stuff in Salzburg, and I know that we've been going for a while. So Salzburg, we were there for 3 weeks. We did a lot of stuff. There's going to be more recaps, less slides. The no AC would have been the straw that broke the camel's back. Both Michaela and I slept naked a lot of times, and we didn't have a bed together, by the way. There's 2 separate beds. Like, so you're sleeping feetsies, and you can't move the beds. Like, they're big wooden fucking things connected to the wall. So we're sleeping in these little twin beds, and it sucked. It sucked. Well, thankfully it was hot, so we wouldn't want to sleep together anyways, but you know. In Salzburg, we did a bunch of different things, including the Marabella Palace, this is the gardens right here, and in this one as well. We went to a natural history museum, which this is the only picture I have of that entire thing, I guess, which is Valak from the Conjuring movies randomly on a wall, which is absolutely insane. And we did this, and the salt. We just did the salt, apparently. I guess I forgot to type out salt mines. We went to the salt mines, which are really cool. There's a solid piece of salt right here. Salzburg was made rich by its salt. They had a lot of salt mines back in the day, and it's what put them on the map. They called it the white gold because of how rich it made them. So a lot of historical salt. We brought a lot of salt home from this place. I was feeling a little salty too after our travel day from hell. After a while, I think about a week in Salzburg, we visited Vienna, which is also in Austria. It's a couple hours away. We did a tour and we stayed for 2 days. We saw some awesome buildings. This is another Duomo, some cool stuff going on. Very cool, neat buildings. This is a cafe that we went to. That was really good. Back to Salzburg. We didn't stay in Vienna very much. I didn't take many pictures in Vienna either. We continued to explore the city, saw some stunning sunsets, very nice sunsets. In Salzburg, the big draw is there's a castle up on a hill, it's a fortress, but it looks like a castle. It's really fucking cool. It makes for some awesome pictures. So we saw some wild coochie as well, in case you guys were interested in that. So lots of nice nature. One of our day trips that we did from Salzburg was to Lake Wolfgang, which was really nice. This is Michaela's birthday is when we went to Lake Wolfgang. She got this big, nice flaring candle, as you can see here, which was crazy. We went up gondola, took a boat ride. She hung out with her niece and nephew who came and visited us. So it was really cool. It was a really nice day. This is our favorite restaurant. So I haven't mentioned it yet, but we went to this restaurant 5 times. We went, not our first day, but I think our second day we found, and because we just wanted some pizza. That's what I want. I want some Italian. I was missing Milan. We're just like, we got to get some good shit. We find this place. It's called Angelo's. That's what we called it. It's an Italian place. It was so amazing. It was better than any Italian food that we had in Milan. So it was that fucking good. This is the thing I'm going to miss the most about Salzburg is this restaurant itself, because holy shit, was it delicious. We ended up coming there 5 times, and the owner came to know us and knew Michaela very well. He's like, Michaela, you know. And they also had this bomb fucking chili oil, which was, you know, red pepper chilies in a olive oil. And you can see me holding it right there. It was it had a little spice, but it wasn't too much spice. It was so good. So we came here 5 times. It was awesome. The guy actually, the last time we went there, because we went there as our final meal on our last day, spoiler alert. But we told him it was our last time, and he was like, he was very upset. So he's like, I have a gift for you. And he gave us this $35 can of olive oil. So it was like really premium, nice olive oil. So he was very, very nice. We're going to miss him the most, I think, out of anything in Salzburg. Back to Salzburg recapping, we traveled up to the fortress, which overlooked the city. A storm was rolling in, so it was incredibly windy and stormy. So this is what the fortress looks like. I got this awesome picture of a lightning strike from the top of the fortress, which I'm very happy with. I wish it was on my big, nice camera, but it sadly is only on my iPhone, which, whatever. I'm happy that I got a lightning strike like that. You can see the entire city. You can actually see where we stayed about right there if you really zoom in. And there's some awesome views. Good museum inside the fortress as well. And then we went to a Mozart concert while we were in Salzburg. I haven't mentioned it yet, but Salzburg is the birthplace of Mozart. So a lot of things are Mozart themed there, which was really cool. So we saw this. There's a quartet, violin quartet, and there's a cello, and I forget the last instrument's name. It's like a oboe. It was an oboe. That's what it was. Looks gorgeous. It was gorgeous. It was all covered in gold and stuff. That's great. It looks It looks yum. That's damn, that's an amazing picture. Album cover vibes. Hell yeah. It went hard. We saw that, and then we went to a concentration camp called Mauthausen. It was a really dangerous work camp, you know, during World War II. These are all the names of all the people who died. Just crazy. This is the stairs of death. I won't go over too much because, you know, it's very depressing. But if you want to know more about Mauthausen, go ahead and look it up. It's very, very sad. And then the last thing that we did with Michaela and I, after her family left, we went to the Salzburg Zoo and Magic Fountains, which was really, really nice. They had a stunning zoo. It was like built into the cliff, which is really, really awesome. So we went and did this. We saw the grizzly bears and the penguins, and they had ringtail monkeys, or sorry, excuse me, ringtail lemurs that are free roaming. So they can go all over the zoo. They leave the actual zoo itself and go over to the Hellbrunn Palace, which you'll see in a little bit. That's where the magic fountains are. There's free roaming, so they just come back, which is kind of, what are you doing, sir? You want to see? Got some Planet Zoo inspo? Oh, 100%. I love this penguin exhibit. It was really nice because you could see them from down here. You could also see them underwater over on the right-hand side. And you can also walk over here where this netting is and actually be on their level and like hang out with them. So we were hanging out over here. You'll see later on. But yeah, it was awesome. The ringtail lemurs were crazy though. This is the Salzburg, or sorry, this is the Hellbrunn Palace down here. You see it's yellow. There's lots of magic fountains here that spray out from random locations and get people soaking wet. It's really cool. Peanut looks so much bigger since I've seen him. Did he grow? He's maybe grown a little bit. Hi, sir. He's gotten a bigger tank. So what are you doing? He's acting like a freak. Hi, sir. He also might look bigger because I'm using a different camera with a different focal length. So I am zoomed in a little bit more than I used to be. So the camera used to be a little bit further away. So that might be the difference. Thick is in. Thick nut. Thick nut. Just take those if you want them. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if I'm done with it or not. Gotta be to something to do something. Okay. Gotcha. Always swimming and getting shredded as usual. Oh, always. But yeah, the palace, Hellbrunn Palace was really cool. Lots of water. We got soaked. So it was really cool. And our final days, I just compiled into one because we did so much. In our last few days, we visited churches, climbed catacombs built into the side of mountains, and added our lock to a bridge overlooking the city, which was absolutely beautiful. Here's this church garden. You go up here, and you can kind of see it up here. This is the catacombs built into the wall, and you can see there's a view from it in the top right. Yeah, we saw this. I forget what you call it. What do you call the people singing? I'm losing the words. You know, the people singing in the church, the choir. That's what I'm looking for. The choir. And then this is a super cool thing. This was in the catacombs up on the wall. It was really fucking crazy cool. Choir. Thank you, Saib. Thank you, Saibi. Thank you, Saibi. Everyone. Surprise starts soon. So it was really cool. This is our final travel day. We said goodbye to our super small dorm room. I'm happy I won't have to sleep in that bed ever again. That's where I was sleeping naked, sweating my balls off. It was sad to say goodbye to Europe, but by this point, Michaela and I were both very ready to say hi, or to head home and say hi to someone magical, someone amazing, someone named Mr. Peanut. And that is the end of our trip. That's basically it. I mean, we went over basically everything. I probably forgot some stuff, but it's pretty crazy. Nut, exactly. Nut. But yeah, it was pretty crazy. We did so much. I was at 72 slides, and I cut out a lot of stuff. You know, I didn't go over every single day. I just kind of compiled a lot of it. But wow. Hi, Jag. Welcome back. What's up, Ren? How you doing? Thank you for that. But as I promised you guys, I do have a little surprise after that. You might have noticed. I'll tell you about it after this.
Not. 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 Not.
Thank you for that nut, babes. Appreciate it. Appreciate the nuts. Nuts dancing to the nut. He lined up perfectly for that. Thanks for the story time, S tier. Thank you so much. As you guys may have noticed, there were no videos in that slideshow. So I don't know. I don't know what that means. Does it mean something? I don't think that it means something. Does it? Maybe it does. Maybe it does. I don't know anything. I know nothing. Nothing about nothing. Hi. And goodbye and enjoy.
Take my time, every prideful second. You can take my eyes, attention undivided. You can take my hand, away from all the counterfeits, and you can take my word and all its broken promises. Oh, there's a give and taking, falling in love. You make it easier than I ever thought. I'll give up everything I'm holding on to just to hold you, just to hold you. You can have my strength when the world feels heavy. You can have my faith when it gets hard to keep going. Oh, you can have my voice. You're the only song I wanna sing. You can have my heart when you're losing yours.
I hope you enjoyed that. I spent a lot of time working on that, and it kind of perfectly caps off our slideshow, because now you got to see everything that I just showed you, but moving. So it made it even cooler. Made it even more real, you know? You know what I mean? You know what I mean. You understand. You feel me. Absolute Cinema. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It was really fun to make because it, you know, gave me, I got to see our whole trip over again. So it was really fun experience seeing it again. Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it.